Went out.
Caught some of this too.
He got it.
Right in the middle of it.
Bryan.
Some punting in place of the first string punter.
Booth and Pierce are back to receive.
Was going to be the game winner as they took a 13-6 lead, but with 2 minutes left, trailing by 7, Bryan takes the ball 69 yards. Mascaro to Anderson Bryan, or Austin Bryan that is, inside the 10-yard line on a great catch there, a good hook up there, and they get inside close, and of course the Viking faithful were on their feet. 16 seconds left. The play of the night, 4th and goal at the 1. Simpson takes the handoff. He stretches for the goal line. He makes it, and that makes it 13-12. Of course, a crucial call here. Do you go for the tie? You go for the win? Hey, we go for the win. The halfback pass to Mascaro. He gets it over the end line there. The touchdown or the two-point conversion is good. Bryan wins it 14-13, their first win of 1990.
Under center, they're going to go for it. Force complimented the pass. Mascaro under center, they're going to go for it.
Fourth down and 10. The Vikings will go for it. Mascaro wants to throw, rolling to the near side, looking across the middle, caught, and a first down at the 16-yard line by Austin Bryan as the Vikings convert a 4th and 10.
Just as I chastise the young man, he comes up with a good play, and Austin Bryan, I've been impressed with him, Chip. He has good hands, and you go to your good receiver when it's 4th and 10, the game on the line, or in this case, the first down on the line. Bryan.
Able to put the ball in the end zone, and this was something Merrill Green was looking for, some offense. How about Brandon Mascaro? He'll toss it up. Watch this one. Almost out of range, pretty high, but Austin Bryan comes down with it just in bounds, and we've got a tied ball game, 7-7. Second quarter,
yard line. Jason Thompson in motion. Mascaro back to pass, intended for Austin Bryan. Just a little bit out in front of Bryan. He had to dive, and it would have been a spectacular catch if he could have held on to the ball. However, it was very difficult to catch that ball. That'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Vikings. Mascaro rolls out. Looks downfield for Bryan. Oh! Good hit applied on Austin Bryan.
Jason Thompson was wide open. If Mascaro would have just looked out a little bit more before it did.
Block, Austin. Good block. Good block, Austin. What do you say, Ray? Nice game. Hey, you know why you played your best game tonight?
what was that?
You made 4 good blocks. Caught the ball every time. Way to go. Nice game.
Vikings need to put some points on the board right now so they can get Langham Creek in a little bit of a hole.
I think another Vikings score will demoralize the Lobos. Mascaro back to pass. Good catch by Austin Bryan. There's a flag down, however.
Flags are down at the 6-yard line.
Didn't get hammered like he did last week.
Mascaro looks for Bryan. Good catch by Austin Bryan.
Great play.
Austin Bryan held up for a second, and that allowed the ball time to get to him so he can make that great catch.
Looked like a little bit of the run and shoot, a two-step drop, and a timing pattern.
Austin has very good hands. He's a center fielder on the Bryan Viking baseball team. Had a tryout with the Atlanta Braves this summer, and I see good potential for him to be another Bo Jackson, perhaps.
I'm glad he didn't go to the Braves.
Good
Robert Simpson. It's over, baby. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Robert Simpson.
Becky, come here.
Second down and goal for the Vikings.
Flag's thrown. And wide
Touchdown.
open in the end zone is Austin Bryan, but we'll have to wait.
I get nervous and, I just can't play right. So
Now, while the Tigers are dealing with the pressures of trying to repeat as district champions, the Bryan Vikings find themselves trying to handle a different type of pressure, that of playoff survival.
Come on out.
we all know our back's against the wall. We got to come out hard and fast and, be real optimistic about the situation.
At 2-2 in district play, the Bryan Vikings are in a three-way tie. She's off sleeping at some friend's
If there's ever a better time than this, I can't imagine.
Second down and 20.
Quick kick.
Wigan gave him a hug.
My first project, I have to give myself those props.
Good play. There's a fast play to Austin Bryan. Called a cheap touchdown, but here was a play here again. Austin Bryan from
Impressive play. That is 2 consecutive times that the Viking defense has stopped Cypress Creek. Now, as far as playoffs are concerned for the Cypress Creek Cougars, McCullough leads Conroe, I believe, 13-3 in the third quarter. That would mean that if McCullough wins, Cypress Creek will play McCullough in the first round. They will play.
We have movement on the Bryan side.
Excuse me, Cypress Creek will play the loser of the McCullough game, which would, at this time, is looking to be Conroe, which will definitely match up good with the Cypress Creek team. I've seen Conroe in action, and they're a high-powered offense, and they have a very solid defense.
He said he moved.
Illegal motion against Bryan.
They're wrong.
Yeah, I've seen Conroe myself. I'm really impressed with their quarterback and especially their running attack. They're very well balanced along with that great defensive line. Look at that.
That pass was complete to the senior, number 85, Austin Bryan. That'll bring in one of the Vikings' few first downs.
I really haven't seen Conroe in action.
It might be their first.
I really haven't
Turn
seen
it up a little bit,
Conroe
Joe.
in action.
The play here in the fourth quarter. The score is home 29, Bryan 2.
With 3 minutes remaining in the game, Jersey Village 14, Katy 0.
Update on 16-5A action.
Oh, Austin Bryan catches that ball as he falls down.
Austin Bryan, number 85.
Nice falling catch by Bryan.
For 7 yards.
Good for 7 yards.
Anyway, as I was saying,
don't know what's going on.
He too got hurt in the middle of the season. And I think, without making any excuses, I think this is another reason why maybe we didn't progress like we hoped that we would. And we want to wish John the very best of luck, and I hope John has an opportunity to play college football. Next is Austin Bryan. Austin, of course, I remember the day that Austin Bryan was born. You remember he had on his wall, of course, he didn't put it there. His dad did, beat Temple. And so I've watched Austin grow up from day one. And I guess that, again, one of the real thrills of our life and our coaching life is to be able to work with guys like Austin Bryan. Austin is a baseball player, had a great spring last year and hope to have another one this year. Came back this fall. Austin has exceptional speed. He's a guy that we went to a lot this year when we had to have the big play. And Austin Bryan was a great player for us. And I hope Austin, like these other guys, after they go to college and get all their college work done, will come back to Bryan and make a contribution to this community. Thank you guys very much. This, of course, again, is another good-looking group.
One thing that keeps coming up, these young men are also fine students in the classroom, and they're leaders in other things, student council groups there at the school, and that again, I think they will tell you that when they go into their other sports, their baseball, their track, their competitive instincts are bettered by having taken part in football.
Well, no question about it. I told them just today, I was telling Dr. Crenshaw, our principal at Rayburn, who was their principal back when these kids were in junior high school. I was just sharing with him what a thrill it was this year, how much fun it was to have these guys on the team and to be able to work with them. And he said, I don't question that at all. He says, ever since these kids were in 7th grade, everybody said this has been one of the outstanding group of kids. And so there again, I'm not a bit surprised that these are the kind of guys that you love to work with.